Welcome to Quadfather Productions. My name's Mr. Arby. I got a big surprise today. I got a frame I wasn't supposed to get. I was expecting a frog light and a chameleon. I got a Freestyle all right, but I don't even have anything tinned up for this one. I thought I don't know why it got here before all the others, but I can't show you his name because it's on the receipt, but I gotta cover up mine and his. $27.99. $27.99. And before I show it to you, I have to tell you of my opinions of this frame. It is very strong. It is very well made. The carbon is really good. And the design is good. And the camera cage is a unique design that I like a little better than all aluminum. And it's very light. And it's so easy to assemble. And you can work on it out in the field really easy. And without any to do, God, I can't get over that price. $27.99. Last one I seen like this was like $64. And here we go. It's supposed to weigh 118. Let's see what it weighs. 112.73. 112.73. You can see what it is. That's with battery pad and all. Okay, let's get this off. I don't want to mess up my scales and things. Okay. Now this is a generic of what looks like similar to the one that Umagod produced and designed. And I must say, my hat's off of that young man. He is very innovative. He is very talented. He is a very friendly, nice person, and I like the hell out of him. I do. And I think he runs with JB and them boys bunch and a little. And he's doing pretty good. I like him. He's very innovative. And he come up with a damn good design. If this is representative of what he's got, I haven't ever seen his bird as far as handling it or anything. You got a damn good frame there, young man. And hats off to you. You did good. I hope you're very successful. This is very strong. This is a 3 millimeter, 2 millimeter, 1.5, 1.5, 3, 4, 3, 3. The only thing I got to flex when it was off was this plate and this plate, this two. It really had to work on it. But the arms, this plate, these, tough, strong. I mean, I couldn't flex it at all, and I'm a strong man, even though I'm older. I mean, I still run. I mean, run, not jog. I'm talking about speed run, okay? Very good. This part of the aluminum is well made, very strong. The way it's designed, it's going to have to bust that whole three. You bust this, you might as well forget the bird. I mean, it's going to take it. This carbon is great. If you're not running 7 series aluminum or titanium, the carbon's better. If you're on 6 series, personally, I'd stay away from it. I would recommend that you stay away from it and demand that they upgrade to 7 or go to carbon. It's stronger. It's going to last you better. That you first hit on that butter and it's gone. You know? You can unhinge it here, whatever. It's very simple to put together. You just put these 2 screws through this one plate, this is the butt, and put these 2 standoffs on there, turn it on its side, and then put this plate. It won't go in backwards. It's worm-proof, what we call worm-proof in the oil field. It won't go in backwards, okay? Can't get it in backwards. Stick it in there. Put your other screws in there. Boom, you got that tight. This here has to be put in at the same time. Put this in, put that together, put your other screws in. You got it locked together, set it off to the side. This, top, bottom plate. Take your screws, put them together, leave them loose, flop, flop, flop. Get them all together. Even put this little silver standoff, this little steel standoff between this one. Leave them loose, get them all ready, okay? Then you tighten them up. Just tighten them up, they're fine. These two screws here, this thing here, when you put this on in a hinge here, and this nuts go inside here, recess. It's pretty hard. It's a little scratch on that nut because I had to take these pliers here and had to find some pliers first that would work and push it in there. And what I did, I took a screw and stuck in the nut and got it in position. And as soon as I got that screw in position, you have to get the shoulders right. If you don't get them shoulders right, you'll bust that. So be careful. Just get the flat, get you a little, something to hold it in there if you need to. You can position it with these, stick it in there and like this, and get those corners, get the sides of your nut lined up. If you don't, you're gonna bust that. All right, it's hard fit on that one. This one here was a little easier. It just snapped right in there, and then you just go in, boom, boom, and it's done. Now, it's very strong. You mount your board here, your flight controller. Then you mount your PVD on the bottom, but you're going to suspend it from the bottom because here's your plate, right here. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to move my little innovative stuff again. First of all, this here is where you can bring your battery strap up through here, or wires. There's actually room for wires here and battery strap there, and you can put this tie strap on it as and then put one down up here somewhere. You'd have two double point impact. I guess that's fine. I'm not going to do that. This is a Freestyle bird. This ain't a race bird. I'm gonna make it a Freestyle bird. That's what he's gonna get it. He ordered it Freestyle. If he'd wanted a race bird, he'd ordered a racing bird. Bigger battery, just like Ginger. Gonna put a bigger battery on it. How are we gonna do that? Gonna innovate. It's gonna have the pad on here. Sets flat. Had this not taken care of that, I'd have put a button head and a flat washer on there, so it'd have been flush. Didn't care for that standing up. Could damage your battery or something. I didn't care for that, but you got the pad, and it sits right there. And I might even get Umagod's pad and put on there. I want to try one of them. If they're really, really good, I might use it. But I'm still going to use battery strap, but I'm going to try one of them. I would like to try one. I sure would. I might just try to get one. I don't have a lot of money. I really don't. That's why I'm doing this. Yeah. I don't buy a lot of stuff myself. I got my DJI and I've got Elvis, and that's about it. But I don't build a lot just for myself. I don't need that many birds. And my eyes are not that good, and my hearing's not that good, and on the sticks I'm a little. I've tried the simulator and I do okay, but I hate to crash one after building it and stuff. I just like my chickens. I can't eat chicken anymore. I raise chickens, all the chickens. I don't eat chicken. Just so. Don't eat chicken. I eat eggs, but I won't eat chicken. I don't eat very many eggs anymore. Anyway, we're going to do this. You have a GoPro up here, but you don't have a long battery. Okay. So, what are we going to do? We're going to innovate. All right, this is made for your antenna, right? Come out here, transmit, yeah. This here for your receiver, yeah, right, okay. Well, JB is very right when he says you need to have 90 degrees on your antenna leads. And, boy, you got lots of room up in here that you put your receiver and stuff. You've got tons of room here. I think I'm going to use JB's deal. Before, when I went like this on Elvis, it was great, and it worked good. And the reason I did that was because I couldn't get away from the carbon. I wanted to get away from the carbon with my 90. With this, I can mount my receiver down here, have all my antenna, and I can go with a 90 here. And it'll be away from the carbon because your blades are going to be up here. So this is very good for receiver antenna placement, especially with the way I do it, because they don't get hurt anyway, hardly. I've tried a Dremel tool with mine, trying to do some damage with it, just, that thing about 20,000 RPM, you know. And put a blade on it. Didn't do anything to it. Kind of scuffed it a little bit, but it depends on the attack. I have cut it before if you go real close against it, but it usually comes off. But in fact, it does. It just, as soon as it grabs enough, it just pops it off, and I stop. And it usually that little antenna is so flat, it slowed the blade down. I ain't gonna hit it. Anyway, it works good. I'm not gonna run the battery lead after. I'm gonna run the lead off the butt, and I'm gonna use my innovation. I'm gonna build me that aluminum. Take out aluminum, and I'm gonna see how that's got that. I'm gonna slot that aluminum. That aluminum's it's gonna go in just that distance, and it's gonna be slotted, and I'm gonna put the double stick on it, and it's gonna set in there, and it's gonna be straight down, and that is what your antenna's gonna be on. This is what your battery lead's gonna come off, or maybe I might. I'm gonna come out right here, my battery lead, right here. Then I'll have two options. Since I'm gonna do that. I just thought of that. Since I'm going to do that, that plate out here, if I put a bend in it, you could put an antenna out here, and if it hit, it would bend down, but not worry about it. I'm just going to put it out here as an extension to hold it as a brace, and if it starts to bend, it's going to bend and bend and bend until it comes down about so far, and then it's going to come loose, or that other part's going to hit that, and it's going to catch it. Of course, by then your antenna, your battery's done gone, and it has come off, and it has pulled off and left. And I basically would use that just as a standoff for the battery, not as a antenna mount. Don't have to. I got everything here. This is good. I got everything here. And I got extra, because I'm not going to come out here with those antennas. Nah, why do that, man? I can get out here, down here, away from that carbon, come at it, and I'll be a 90-degree angle, just like that. In fact, I'll move it up. I'll move it up out of the way of the car, out here. That way, you got a long distance. When you're up like that, man, great antenna placement for reception. I mean, that's going to work great. I wonder if women did his like that. I wonder if that young man, I wish I knew that young man's first name. He's a nice man, nice boy. Nice young man. He's a young man. He ain't no boy. He's growing up. He's nice a little bit to grow up, but he's growing. I say that because I'm old. That's it. I'm gonna name her Dottie. This is Dottie. I've got a black and white chicken. I'm gonna make this black and white. And that's going to be Dottie. So I had Elvis and Dottie and Ginger. I got a chicken named Ginger. That Freestyle, what was that? That career bird, yeah, the one with wings, yeah. And that's it, people. Hope that helped you. I think I'll put an all-in-one there, JB or somebody. And oh, no, black and white. Oh, I'm going to use Luminaire. Black and white. 3 to 5. Bye.